While there are still some Conservatives left who are fighting back against the socialist infiltration of the Tory party, others are convinced that it is too late. This time it's Nigel Farage urging Lord David Frost to defect to Reform UK. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. When it comes to the Tory party, of course, it's a bit of a lost cause right now. There is a difference between the Tory Parliamentary Party, who are all a bit and then you've got the Tory machine, the actual establishment of the Tory party, who are even more infiltrated by the boring grey consensus liberalism that is not really British right-wing liberalism. And then you also have the rest of the Tory party, which are the grassroots. So the grassroots, generally speaking, are still Conservative, but they have no say anymore. They didn't even elect their last party leader. Now, one of the good people, even though he's not perfect, but overall he's pretty sound, is Lord David Frost. He wrote an article and the other day, and he defended British conservatism, saying that we have to fight back against what's going on inside the Tory party, so we need small government, we can't have high taxes and all the usual stuff. Even on Brexit, he said, I want to see the government defending Brexit effectively. Somehow, we have allowed our exit from the EU to become defined as the problem, not part of the solution to our problems. We must never stop reminding people that leaving the EU was a constitutional project to re-establish democracy and self-government. Now, I agree with every single word, but at the same time, people like Nigel Farage and Reform UK could come out and say, well, clearly the fight back is not working, so it's probably time to start fresh. Maybe defect to Reform UK. Let's go to Nigel Farage and see what he has to say. Then I'm going to come back and react to what he said.
Big article in today's Daily Telegraph by Lord Frost saying, look, I know we're not really Conservative, but we could become Conservative, and if we did, and we stopped the channel crossings, and we reduced the size of the state, and we cut taxes, if we did that, we'd be a really good party, just that at the moment, we're not. So please, he says, please don't support reform. Well, we've heard it all before. Please don't support the Brexit Party. Please don't support UKIP. And yet, if we hadn't deserted the Conservative Party in big numbers, Brexit and real change would never, ever have happened. And I would just suggest now is the time for all good men to desert the Conservative Party.
Now, I also agree with Nigel Farage. The point is that both UKIP and the Brexit Party had a mission, and their goal was not to become a party of government. And Nigel Farage and others have also admitted this. UKIP was to ensure that we get initially a referendum. And the Brexit Party was to ensure the Brexit Party did its job by winning the European elections, by pushing Theresa May out. So it became like a pressure group to scare the Tories into getting rid of Theresa May and bringing on Boris Johnson, who was a bit better, at least to get Brexit done to an extent. So they did their job. So some people on the political right would criticize Nigel, saying, well, yeah, but you withdrew your candidate in 2019. You're a traitor. The reality is, the name of the party was literally called the Brexit Party. It wasn't really built to be ready for government. It wasn't really there to have a manifesto to sort out social care or the NHS or the education system. And that party was never going to be ready to actually win the seats and have good enough actual real, the whole country, candidates and MPs. Apart from, obviously, the household names, the key players in the Brexit Party who were very good. But it was technically the right thing to do at the time to just ensure that Jeremy Corbyn doesn't win. I don't know many people believe this, but that was the reality. Reform UK is different. Reform UK is about the long-term game, and it's about creating a party that long-term becomes at least top 3 and then top 2 in the political system, and actually get ready for government. So if at any point that you would consider leaving the Tory party to join another party that is bringing in small c conservative values and ideas, but it's not just a protest vote and it's not just a campaign party, it is reform. But at the same time, I also understand technically how some Tories like Lord David Frost, they can't even imagine defecting or deserting the Tory party, because it's a very But the Tory blood and Tory family is very cultural, and it's just, it becomes tribal, unfortunately, and they still can't believe that they could actually just completely give up. They would see it as surrender. So both sides are right and wrong, and so it's basically about what's going to happen over the next year or two. Let me know what you guys think. So guys, I'm just going to stay objective when it comes to this topic and see what's going to. We know that the Tory party right now is a bit dead. So that is the only fact that we know. I'm Maya Tousi, and we are the media.